Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes to Wellness, a 2-week series of emails with quick coping tools to help you maintain well-being and life and relationships. I want to see you win the day. Even though we're in this unprecedented time with COVID-19, we can still be strong and come out of this healthy and well. I'm Jenna. I'm a licensed counselor and I'm the owner of Georgetown Child and Family Counseling. And today's tip is about relationships because, we are in our homes, we are isolated from a lot of other people, and we need to be getting along relationship-wise. So today I want to talk to you about a tool that I have found to be effective in lots of relationships. It can be professional, it can be in your, your personal life. But I have found this as a counselor to be a really powerful tool between parents and their teenagers, because those relationships can really feel stressed at times. And I can personally understand and empathize. I was a teenager and I have an almost teenager in my house right now. And so, I can really understand that. And so the tool that I'm talking about is called a win-win agreement. So a win-win agreement does come again from Dr. Stephen R. Covey. I'm highly influenced by him if you can't tell. And I do recommend his book if you haven't read it. But a win-win agreement is basically an agreement between two people, two parties, whatever it is, and it's seeking mutual benefits. I want you to win, I want to win. If I'm forcing you to do something that I want that's going to make you unhappy, then that means you lose. So we don't want that in a win-win agreement, right? A win-win agreement is seeking mutual benefit. Now with teenagers, if you have a teenager, you have a child, doesn't have to be a teenager, this works with younger kids too, they want what they want. And sometimes as parents, at least myself, I want what I want. And I think my way is the right way, right? That just comes really natural for me. And as a parent, we can use force and we can use intimidation and we can use threats, and it's very easy for us to get our way. The thing with using that method is that it also destroys relationships. It creates resentment. It creates angry kids. And I want you to have kids that are functioning well, have healthy relationships, and where you're also leading your family based off of your values and what's important to you. So this is not about giving in. It's about creating mutual respect and agreements where everyone's happy. Okay, so a win-win agreement, and I'll put a link in today's newsletter with an article that I wrote a while back that explains a win-win agreement a little bit more. But essentially what you do is you're gonna sit down and think about, what is it that I want different? What is it what's not going well? Maybe it's the way that my child's talking to me. Maybe it's compliance with getting chores done around the house. Maybe it's the homeschool situation, whatever it is. This is what I want different. This is the way that I want it to look. So first you've got to get really clear on what it is that you want. What are the things that are non-negotiable, and where are the areas that are gray? So as a parent, you really need to be doing some thinking ahead of time so you know what it is that you want. And the next you want to think, what is it that my child wants? And you may already know this because they're asking for more screen time, or they're asking for more time outside, or they want this or they want that. And then it's about coming together and having a conversation. If you already know what your child wants, or you've had this conversation because they've been arguing with you to get something, it might be pretty easy and clear. But once you find that out, then you come up with an agreement, and that's it. Hey, this is what I want. This is what you want. Here's the agreement on how we can both get what we want. That agreement could be written down. It doesn't have to be. It could be a conversation. It could be a system that you set up. For instance, when you get 30 minutes of some of your schoolwork done, You'll get a ticket. That ticket can be turned in at the end of the day for the things that you want to get. That could be a system. You could write out a contract agreement. I've done that with my daughter. Last year, she wanted to try out to be on the cheer team. We were cool with that, but we also wanted to make sure that she was invested. And so we said, hey, listen, we'll rearrange our schedule. We'll take care of this. We'll take care of that. But here's the thing. You want to do that, and we want to give all these things to you. But what we need from you is we need for you to have a commitment on your part. And we need to see certain behavior expectations out of your grades, out of things that are happening around the household. And we want you to have we want you to earn some of the money for that uniform. And that was our agreement. We wrote it out, and she became a lot more invested in it. As a matter of fact, what you might find out is that your kids actually thank you for creating that win-win agreement when they're actually doing more work. So right now during COVID-19, you could have a win-win agreement about the school day and your expectations in the work that they're getting, and then what is the benefit that they get once they complete a certain amount. With this in mind, remember that developmentally, kids are able to focus and pay attention for only so much work time, just like adults. If you can't focus for 2 hours straight, your kids can't likely either. And so putting in a reasonable amount of expectations in there is really important, as well as offering support. That's part of a win-win agreement. Hey, I'm not just putting it all on you, but as a parent, these are the expectations and I'm here to support you, and here's what that looks like. Again, I'll put an article with more information if you're interested in that, but that's today's simple tip. Is if you're finding that you're fighting and you're arguing and you're frustrated with your kids, for older kids and teenagers, a win-win agreement might be a great solution for you. So if so, take a moment to come up with that and see if that helps you and your family. Tomorrow, again, you can look for another email with another simple tip. I'm Jenna Fleming, and I will see you then. Thanks.